Well, this afternoon we were at home to Hereford, and we knew the weather forecast wasn't too good for later in the game, and sure enough the rain did come down. Maybe that kept a few people away, but we had a cracking crowd here of 523, and we've witnessed a really entertaining game of football. Two sides both playing a lot of really good football. But I'll just take you back to the selection beforehand. Gerard was tremendous midweek, and we've now got two really good keepers, but the decision went to play Pat. Any particular reasons?
Not really. The way the situation was, Pat, with his experience, we feel that we want to start back with him today, Graham. Gerard's come a long way in a short time, and we just felt it's a big occasion today, and we just felt that we'd just bring him a little bit away from the spotlight and just nurture him just surely but slowly. That was basically the situation.
Yeah, and Pat had a really good game, but we were without Billy today. Yep. So in terms of the formation and so on, what were we thinking of to start with?
Well, it's again, I've got a big squad, so what we went out with was what we've done. Miss Billy a bit. We've switched play, and his temperament out there. But what the lads done today out there anyway was a real good job. In there in midfield, I thought we'd done okay. Louis always works hard. You got Sam in there as well. We just thought we'd put them in there, get up against them, and them two in there. It was a really good display. Unfortunately, Billy's sideline, but we were pleased what we had in there.
Yep. So the story of the game was that twice in the first half we took the lead, twice they came back and equalised, and then they scored again in the second half. So the first goal came on 6 minutes, and it was a lovely through ball from Jamie through to Toby in that characteristic style, and then it went 1-0. So you must have been pretty pleased with the start, Danny.
Yeah, it was really good, and the passing, the play was really good, Graham. The passing through the thirds, we got the ball down, and it was one of our goals that we've been doing all season. The link up between the number 10 and Toby, and he got slotted through. Great weighted pass, and Toby got in. He makes great angle. He makes good timing of the runs at times. When he does do it right, he's fantastic, and what a slot in as well. Yeah,
that was cracking. So that put us 1-up. They came back and equalised on 17 minutes, and John Mills, who we've come up against in the past few seasons playing for Didcot, and he always has a good game against us. I thought he drew a bit of a soft foul, really, and he was given a penalty for that. I thought that was a little bit harsh.
Yeah, well, over where we are, it's hard to see that. That bloke's just a bit blindsided from me, so it's quite hard for me to say things. But I think they've generated quite a few penalties already this season. So, but referee has to make a decision at the end of the day. I wouldn't really like to say much on it, but consistently they have got a few penalties. But with the way they play as well, in and around that boxing area, they play some fantastic stuff. So
they do.
We've got to be aware, and maybe at times not be so naive and get too close, because damn things will happen.
Yeah. But Mills put the penalty away, so after 17 minutes it was 1-1, and both sides knocking the ball around. Really attractive football, really entertaining stuff, wasn't it? It was end to end. 5 minutes later, on back 22 minutes, we had a ball down the inside right. Inside right, are you?
Yeah,
Did you remember that?
I'm with you, Graham.
Inside right channel down there to Toby, towards Toby, and it looked as if the defenders had got it all under control, but Toby got in amongst them, and then he suddenly came out with the ball. He shot, it was blocked, he picked it up again, and then he stuck it back in the net, and what an effort that was.
Yeah. I mean, when Toby gets in them positions and keeps dogging at it, like I say, the Jack Russell situation, he starts to keep hassling and bustling. And that rewarded him today that he got the goal, but it was a little bit scrappy, wasn't it? But we won't mind how they go at times, But when he shows that commitment in around that, it just shows what can come of them situations.
So he's a real dangerous guy. So that was after 22 minutes, and we were 2-1 up, and the game then flowed from end to end. Hereford were particularly dangerous down both wings, down on the right and also on the left, and Pablo Haitian was beginning to get more and more involved. He's a good player, and of course Mills in there, and they've got a big lad in there as well, so they had lots of options, but we were sticking with it. But then disappointingly, right on half time, Mills got the ball and he set up the big lad Molyneux, and he put it away, and suddenly it was 2-2 at half time. So I guess that changed your team talk, did it?
No, not really. But we were disappointed for the boys. But it seems to be that it happens quite a lot to us. Give goals away just before half time, and we go in. But all we do is just try and keep a belief and positive thinking. for them to come out and go again, really, because you know, credit to them, they're one hell of a side.
They are. They're really talented, aren't they?
And to get the 2 goals and coming up 2-2, it's support, we give them respect, but not too much respect. But all it was to go out, we just wanted to keep passing and moving the ball and just go again, because we know and we knew that we've got goals in us. We know they've got goals in them as well because of the quality they've got. But we just felt, keep going at what you're doing and see how it pans out, really.
And the other thing happened in the first half was that Jamie went off. So was that his ankle again?
This is Achilles, Graham. He's got problems with his Achilles. He felt it the other day. I thought it was fantastic on Tuesday. And after the game, he was having it looked at. And what I think with the Achilles, it's one of those areas of your body that does take time. And we thought we might have him up to half time. I know it sounds a little bit negative, but even in warm up and that, we thought if we can get 45 minutes out of him, because with him and Luke Holmes, they're the kind of lads in that number 10 role, is what you saw, what he done for Toby's first goal. They've got that kind of generate that kind of great ball through, and you know, without them we do lack that kind of quality of ball. So it was short. He tried to dig in, but got beat by injuries again.
So we were without Luke. Luke didn't start the game, and then of course Jamie's gone off, so that made it quite difficult, really. But then we came out the second half, and then Hereford began to take control, didn't they? I think, and they've got, as you say, they had quality all over the park. They were all really good on the ball. I particularly liked their right back. I thought he had a cracking game, and they were building pressure. And after about 15 minutes of the second half, the pressure built and built. I think a block was shot, and then Dinsley put it away to make them 3-2, and that was probably fair enough, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah. You just said it, and I've said it earlier. To the quality of their players, what they do is they keep the ball in your final third, and they just pop it about. They try to get into central areas, and they feed off of that. And you know, sometimes you say just try and screen and stop getting into the forward men. I thought with our information at times would have been took on a little bit better, because we, you know, the coverage and what we were told how they will play, you know, was true to effect. And I just feel sometimes we could try and stop it going into their forwards a bit better. But Graham, like I say, the quality of them when they're passing it quick and then their movement and that, it's hard to, you know, work against them. They
played really well in the second half, and I think they deserved to win in the end. But 3-2 was not bad. But you could tell that our lads were really disappointed at the end of it. And but Paula said that she was speaking to their chairman, and their chairman said that we were the best footballing side that they played against this season. So, you know, that's a pretty good accolade, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. The big club, you know, a big fish in a small pond, you know, in this league, and to get that, that's fantastic. The boys just got to go on now, wash themselves down, put game Tuesday. But keep to our philosophy, keep moving, you know, working on what we're working on. There's still things that we want to work on, but you know, so I can say Rome wasn't built in a day, but the passing game's getting really good, and there's lots of other things we want to work on in time. But it's going to take time. And I say at the moment we're sitting well in the league, and would like to be high. We're looking to do much better as well, but it will just come in time with lots of more game practice and repetition of games.
Yeah, but we put up a really good performance today. In the end, it would have been nice to get a draw, but Hereford are a really good side. Tyler Cordner came on near the end, the new lad from Bournemouth, the big centre half or centre back, isn't he? And he's a big lad, and he's only 17. I don't know what he has for breakfast, but perhaps I ought to have some of that. But he looked good.
Yeah, I worked with him at Bournemouth when I was with the 16s over the last few years, so I know a lot about Tyler. He was that size even then, I think, when he was 15. But no, he likes to play the way we play, and it's really good of Cole and AFC Bournemouth to let us have him, because they know we'll be treated well here, and they know that we will be looking to play the same game. So once again, it's good to have him on board. With the situation, because we were a bit worried about Sam today at the back, so we needed a little bit of cover just in case as well. And no, it's great to see him again. He's got a great attitude, and he's here, willing and wants to learn.
Good. And James Stoko came on, so that's back in their squad, so that's looking good. So the squad's looking good. Sam Baston was warming up before the game, which is good. Dan Can as well.
Yes, yeah.
So, any news on when they might be available?
I think Sam, you're looking at 2 weeks. I think Dan Can, we might look to get him involved on Tuesday, which I think will thrill the fans and the board and everyone. But you know, slowly but surely. But that's what we'll be looking to do. and yeah, it's looking exciting. You know, people will be fighting for shirts.
Yeah, which is good, isn't it?
Which we haven't really had, and you know, and credit to the kids and the youngsters we've been bringing in, and they're sniffing around looking for their opportunities. So, but it just makes it's more competitive. It's good for the club, isn't it? It's healthy.
Yeah. So players will be fighting for shirts, and in the pouring rain this afternoon, the coaches were fighting for places in the dugout. It was a bit wet over there, didn't it? Anyway, our next game is next Tuesday against Swindon Supermarine. That's going to be another tough game, but it should be another really good game. So we hope to see you there. So thanks ever so much, Danny.
Thank you.